Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. I know it's a busy time. You're running around, you're focusing on promoting this new film of yours that is actually going to be part of one of the best film festivals on the planet. I got to ask you straight off the bat, how does it feel being part of something like this?
Well, first off, thanks, Rudy. And this is a great feeling. I think I couldn't have asked for a better start in Canada. My film is all about making an impact, about social change, and Reelworld Film Festival is devoted to stories that can create an impact and, perspectives that haven't been shared yet. So I'm really happy that Reelworld is the starting point for my film.
I want to get a little bit into that, and we're going to talk about your film in a moment, though. But I mean, Reelworld, 18 years, breaking ground. When you heard that your film was going to be part of this, I mean, what were your thoughts?
Wow. I was like, this is so great. I'll get to share my film with audience in Toronto through Reelworld, and I think the first feeling was I was just happy and very excited.
Well, look, we're excited that you're part of all this, but for fans who don't know anything about the film, let's talk a little bit about that so that connection can be even closer than ever.
So my film is a documentary film. It's about 53 minutes long. And my film tells the story of Muslim women in India who have been fighting against this practice called triple divorce. What this is basically, it's a part of Muslim family law that's been prevailing in India. It allows a Muslim man to give divorce to his wife by just saying the word divorce 3 times. So let's say, imagine that you're my wife and I'm your husband, so I'll just get up and say divorce, and the divorce is final and legal. That's it. So my film focuses on the women who have been fighting hard to get this abolished, who have been instrumental in getting this abolished, and things are just beginning to change on the ground.
How long has this been in existence for?
This has been existing for a long time. This has been there. In entire history of India, this has been existing, and it's really. I know how it sounds like, but it's hard to believe that in this day and age, something like this could even exist.
Okay, now I have to ask you: can a woman divorce a man?
Not this way.
Oh, wow! And I have to assume that it's even harder for her to do that.
Yes, so the process for women to obtain a divorce is much more longer. Like, she has to go through the proper channels. She has to go through the civil authorities or the religious authorities, whereas a man can just get up, say this, and be done with it. And I think the problem with this is that it doesn't give women any agency, but also in a society, which does not give women any education opportunities or opportunities for financial independence. Men use this as something they say, and then they throw the women out of their house. So the woman who's featured in my film, Lubna, was divorced by her husband this way, thrown out of her house. But good for her, like, she had the courage. She finds other women who are working for reform of these laws, and through them she finds her voice, and she becomes an activist. So the film shows her transformation, but what you also get to see is that it's hard. Like, we know that women all around the world right now are fighting against oppression of one form or the other. But through this film, I wanted to show, that for every woman who speaks up, that you get to hear about, there are lots of other women behind her. And also that these women have to make a lot of personal sacrifices in order to get there and do the work that they're doing. Financial sacrifices, they might be socially isolated and everything. So my film highlights all of that.
Now, because you said this is the documentary, where was this actually filmed? And what were some of the difficulties in doing it? And I have to ask you right out, were you in danger at any time in filming this?
So I shot this film in India, in Delhi and Mumbai mostly. The danger, I think there was more of trolling online, but on the ground, I think I had the support of some wonderful women who already had that kind of system in place. Mm-hmm. We were never going alone anywhere, so we were largely female crew going from one place to another. So I felt pretty safe, but I did have an action plan in place, what to do in case things get worse.
When was this actually filmed? How long did it take to do this?
So we started filming in 2014, and we finished the bulk of it by 2016. So because we're following the journey of the women, we were shooting every 3 or 4 months intermittently. And we just did some minor shooting in 2016, end of it as well. And then, yeah, a bulk of it was then editing. You know, you have we have a lot of footage, how to put this together to tell the story cohesively.
So you filmed this right basically in the start of when this Me Too movement it was starting to take form. How do you think things have changed, and how do you think that this is going to help even push this even further?
I think there's a lot of similarity. It's about women finding their voice. It's about women saying, enough. It's about women using their personal stories as a tool to combat the gender inequality that's going around. So I think and it's a great way to see that it's not just us here in the Western world, but women all around the world are fighting their own battles.
Are there at least some men who are trying to help change this also, yes or no?
Yes, there are, but I wish there were more.
Yeah, no, definitely. When do we get a chance to see this?
So 3 Seconds Divorce will screen at Reelworld Film Festival on Saturday, October 13th at 11 a.m. Canada Square Cinema is the location, and we will also have a panel after.
Fantastic. And is there a website or anything if folks want to learn more and want to help? Is there a website or anything we can go to?
Yes, sure. So Film's website is www.3secondsdivorce.com, and we are actively posting on our Facebook page, which is 3 Seconds Divorce, and and Twitter, which is 3S Divorce.
Thank you so much for this interview, but more importantly, thank you so much for putting together such a powerful documentary. Cross fingers, this is going to help make changes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I want to thank you, and I also want to thank Reelworld Film Festival.